So just put my spikes on. It's getting nice and snowy now. Weather's still pretty good. It is white out at the top, but hopefully that'll pass. Weather did say it would, but obviously you never can tell up here. People kept telling me how boring this hike was, but it's been wonderful. I'm inside the little shelter now, and I'm just blown away. It was a challenge. The first half was probably the most difficult part. All those steps. After the lake, it kind of goes to switchbacks. They weren't too bad. Just got to go slow and steady. And now at the top, through the whiteout. Dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So don't just think it's easy because I've done it. Even though I'm so proud of myself for doing something like this after suffering from panic attacks a few years ago. The fact that I've done this now solo, just, it's transformative to me because it means I'm back on the right path, you know. I can't believe I've done this, I'm so happy. The highest point of the UK. For a moment, I am the highest person in the entire UK. How cool is that? So now I am in the Lake District to do the final one of my personal 3 peaks challenge, Scafell Pike. Hopefully the weather holds out because right now it is glorious. So that is it. Let's go. Hi, so I am Jake, the person you just watched slowly walking up those mountains. If you've made it this far, I'd like to think that that meant you did enjoy the video, so if you could do me a favour and give it a like with the physical push of the button, and or leave me a comment, that would be even nicer. I really would appreciate it. I thought I would just end on a small bit of takeaway reflections of the experience because it was amazing. It was my first time doing any solo hiking. Obviously I've done hiking with friends in the past, but there's something about doing it by yourself which is even more rewarding. At the top of each mountain I had such a sense of accomplishment, and yeah, it was fantastic. It was just a really good way of reminding myself that I'm more capable than I realise, and you can go outside of your comfort zone more often and witness some incredible places in this world. Snowdon is the only one I've done before, and it's still my favourite one too. I think it just has the nicest views throughout the whole walk, and obviously I had some incredible conditions on the day that I went, with the snowfall but the clear skies. It was magical. And then my second favourite probably was Ben Nevis. A lot of people say it's a bit boring because there's not much variation in the scenery, but I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really nice, and even though the top was cloudy and a bit of a whiteout, it gave me a nice cool moment to kind of pretend that I was on Everest. So that was cool. I did enjoy that. And obviously being the tallest person in the UK for a short while was a pretty cool feeling. Scafell Pike I do think is still incredible. I still think it's worth doing, but it is the most boring. I took the route from Wasdale Head in Wastwater, and you just, for 2/3 of it, you're walking up a valley, so there's not much change in scenery at all, so it is the most boring of the three, but it's still wonderful, especially when you get to the top. The views up there are probably, I don't know, they're all so good, they're all worth doing. I know typically people do this in a 24-hour period. Whoa, I'm very handsy today. I know people do it in a 24-hour period. I know people do this in a 24-hour period, that's like the traditional challenge, but I'm not capable of doing that, so like I said before, just doing it solo was enough of a challenge for me, especially in the winter conditions, and I encourage everyone who is physically able to do so to try it for themselves, because it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Yeah, and I hope I did a good enough job in conveying what they look like, because they are incredible. And yeah, that was it. That's my film about the 3 peaks, and yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.